Hi, Akshat. Thanks for joining today. We are happy that you are here to share your experience so that guys who are maybe looking for career in product management or product analyst can benefit from your experience. So, can you tell
Mhm.
us what was your education background and what exactly you are doing right now?
Yep. So thank you so much, Hemant, for giving this opportunity to me, like to speak about the experience and share it with the people who are like about to come to the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like I'm still in my graduation, like it'll be completed in 2024, and I currently am working as a product analyst at Better Half. And for my education, like I have been doing my bachelor's in technology in the space of like technology, and yeah, that's my education background.
Okay. So how did you end up in this particular role that you kind of doing right now? So did you means is it basically supported by your campus? So you reached out directly to the companies. How did they reach out to you? How did you prepare? Then how you actually ended up here?
Okay, so like it's a good question. So since my college started in like the COVID period, like 2020, right? That time college was shut down and everything was in online mode, right? So
Hmm.
for continuous 2 years, I was at my home, and it gave me an enormous opportunity to explore different things, learn more things, and practically experience that, right?
Hmm.
So from there, like in my first year, I started as a product designer and like did some freelance work, did an internship in that particular field, came to Bangalore for the first time in my first year, right? And
Okay.
from there, like this journey is going on. I have worked with multiple startups, freelance with a few startups in India, and from there, like I got the knowledge of like how product manages and how uh, like I have deep interest in user research. So like how you take the user in the center and create a product around it to solve the problem that you guys are aiming to, right? So that's the core principle that I follow like
Hmm.
throughout my job, right? So started my internships in my first year, like did multiple internships, and then I was landed in an internship, like like approached through LinkedIn at Futurely. So I was working as a like PM intern there. So I was working as a product intern at Futurely for around 8 months. 8 months I got the PPO offer as well.
Hmm.
And after that, like yeah, after that it's an Italian based company, so it was total remote if I go full time with them. So it will be like I'll be sitting at my hometown and doing the job. But the problem there that came to me was ki when I was working with Futurely, me and my friends started since back AI as a startup, right? So we were
Hmm.
solving a different set of problem, doing that part time, trying to challenge ourselves in different domains like sales, marketing, hiring, and all those things. So we were doing that as well, and that was the first time that I came to know that there is a clause in our like agreement where like you can't work with different projects like while working at Futurely. So
Hmm.
that terminated my offer, and
Hmm.
like it happened like this March, like around second week of March, I was having food with my friends, and like suddenly the CTO called and told about this news. So like I was just like in immense tension. I was planning my life accordingly, right? Like I'll get a job there. I don't have to go again in the market and search for it. So it
Hmm.
was stressful. But then I thought let's find it. So my CTO at Futurely told me to be aggressive to find the job right now in the market because the market is too much cluttered and it's into recession phase. Yeah. So I jumped to Apollo.io. That is a tool to
Hmm.
find emails of different founders and PMs and all those things. So I made my database of around 600 founders. And how I found about companies, I like generally got to the Y Combinator website, search the startup directory, and from there I noted down the startups that I want to work for, and
Hmm.
then I got the emails from there, send them the email, right? And then from there, like I started getting job interviews, and then uh, a few offers, and then finally I decided to join Better Half.
Aha, perfectly. I think your journey is pretty much exciting and pretty much means much to be learned here. So I think this is very great. So this is your full-time job that you're doing right now?
Yep. So like I started as an intern, and now I
Hmm.
have converted into full time. So this month 22nd I'll be starting as my full time period at better half.
Okay, so one thing we understood that you did lots of internships, lots of kind of practical experience you gained through. So how other guys can uh, go through with similar process? Because typically in colleges you have, say, traditionally 2 months kind of internships in third year, post third year. Otherwise, guys do their own most of the time. So what do you suggest for them?
So so I think like there are a lot of remote opportunities available to
Mm.
gain practical experience. So like obviously you have to uh, do some
Research.
mathematics with your
Mm.
time, and then like understand how you will manage the practical experience at internship and also the college. So you have
Mhm.
to cut down time in college maybe, or like do part-time internship or something like that. So I think internship can be one thing to gain the experience. Second is freelancing. You can like try talking to people in like different fields and see if there is a freelance opportunity there, right?
Mhm.
But one thing for sure, like be aggressive. Like if you are trying to find a job or an internship or a freelance job or anything right now, so aggression is the first thing that comes, right? Like once you
Mhm.
acquire the knowledge that
Mhm.
you have, and in the industry which you want to build a career in, once you have that knowledge, you should be like total aggressive in finding the job, like doing DMs on LinkedIn, finding out emails of founders or PMs or any specific job role that you're going into. So find that, be aggressive, do cold emails, and like that, those things work. Like people, I think my friend don't believe before I did it. Like they said कि यार LinkedIn का DM या फिर cold email से होगा नहीं. But
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
but I think like being aggressive is the one thing which will help you a lot.
So courses that you're doing in your academics, and if you combine with this internship experience that you said, or maybe live projects you're doing, basically it's making your resume very strong up for the guys to hire. So this is what you do. So is it typical culture in your college right now, or you were the exceptional in doing so?
No, it's not a culture in our college, but I think the COVID gave this opportunity to me because my father had a transfer before my college started, so I was in new city. I didn't have
Mhm.
any like friends to meet and like go around and visit the city. Lockdown was there. I was not able to go out and visit the new city, so I just
Mhm.
had my computer and I was sitting back
Mhm.
at my home. So I thought let's explore, and like before coming to college, I was having interest in graphic designing, illustration, and all. So from there, I picked it up, and like since my college, I am doing a graduation in the tech background. So that tech wala part helps me a lot in like these fields, right?
So
So
any particular tools, as you mentioned that Apollo that you used, you were using the LinkedIn to get connected with the people. Any more tools that you would like to suggest that the guys who are interested in product management kind of roles, they should be kind of get hands-on before even trying for or maybe applying to the companies? What are those things that you would like to suggest?
so like tools can be two types of tools, right? One is for job finding and one is for like acquiring knowledge in the PM side
Yes,
or this
yes,
industry,
yes.
right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
which kind of tool should I like speak
And
first?
second one first. So your
Uh,
skill development. Hmm.
okay. So since you are getting into product management, right?
Hmm.
So there are three different things that come in, right? Like integration of business, tech, and design. And you have to be in depth knowledge of any one of them, like minimum in any one of them. So probably if you are in a tech college, so have a depth in tech, understand tech deeply. Or if you are into design, understand design deeply. Or into if you are into business, and understand business deeply, right? So for a early role, like early start role, starting in the career, you don't have to have depth in all three or any two of
Yes,
them.
yes.
You just have
Hmm.
to have depth in one of them, right? One of
Hmm.
them.
Hmm.
So build that, right? If it is tech, then like study tech deeply, understand how things work, understand how if we go in like deep, study how front end is working, study how back end is connecting them, study how different
Hmm.
things in tech works, right? Hemant,
I
Hemant,
think- Yeah, yeah. Your voice was
am I
stuck now.
audible? Yeah. So yeah, like build a depth in one of the three, right?
Hmm.
And then start like look. There are different tools in each depth, right? And the basic knowledge. you get
Mm-hmm.
that one depth, then try to find tools that is required to like for example, if you are into design depth, then if you are into design depth, then you should know Figma, you should know Blastmake, you should know some prototyping tool, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
when
yes.
you're in tech, then you should know, like you should at least have the courage to learn new tools every time you are like getting a new problem at the company, right? So probably in data, there is Google Analytics, there is Excel is the most important thing, I'll say, like learning how to use Excel, how to use, right, like pivot tables, and then like we look up these things, like are really important for any company, right? For anyone looking for PM. And then there is mixed panel and all those things. And if we go in the business side, then I don't have any like deep knowledge how like if there is any tool for that. But yeah, mostly those like business people use sheets
So
or
project management
notice.
tools basically we use
Yeah,
primarily.
yeah,
So that
yeah,
part is good.
yeah.
So anything
Those
that
other.
you consider that you missed it or you didn't do properly, something that you said that could have been better, something like this when you were kind of preparing for the job or something.
Yeah, I'll say I was not focused on sheets that much, right? Like
Okay.
Excel. So like I thought कि चलो ठीक है मेरे को basic Excel आता है, but
Hmm.
I was not clear कि यार इसका क्या use होगा.
Okay.
But like once I entered into different internships or different companies, I felt yeah, this is one of the tools which is like most important for everyone. Like everyone is using it, right?
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like if you are doing some early, like if you're going into some early stage companies, like Sheet is the most important thing. Like they don't have SQL databases or something to run queries, like because they don't have that much data, right? So they have all the things on Sheet, different sheets. So you should know how to like connect sheets and how to do automations and all those things manually, right, on Sheet. So I think Sheet is something which current age people are ignoring a lot. But I think Sheet is like Excel is the most
Okay.
powerful thing
Okay.
that
Okay.
anyone can.
Okay, okay, great. So one more question. So
Hmm.
in your college, were you guys doing any, say, group project or something commonly three or four guys combining together, solving some problems, anything kind of this kind of experience that you have also had? Like
Uh,
in social
I
charge that you
lost your voice. Lost you. Can you repeat the question?
So I was saying in your college, you were you also involved in some activity where three or four guys were engaged to solve certain problem, just like we used to do internship in social charge, one problem, four guys for 4 weeks, people are doing. So were you also involved such kind of activities in your campus, and did it help you?
Yeah, so I was basically building SenseBack AI, right? So me and my two roommates were building it. So the problem that we were trying to solve was like increasing the response rate on NPS surveys, right? Like the niche market, right?
Okay. Hmm.
Because the Bain and company who invented NPS says
Hmm.
ki at least you should have 40% of responses out of the people you have sent it to have a correct result, right? Without any outlier or without any data flaw.
Hmm.
So and current tools are like optimizing it to 15 to 20% of response rate, right? So we thought like we'll increase it to 40%. We'll try like solve
Hmm.
technology to
Great.
increase it
Hmm.
to 40%. So
Great.
that was our problems, like problem statement, and
Hmm.
through which like we were working very rigorously to like solve it from the roots. So the one thing that we were trying to build was to like हम क्या करना चाह रहे थे कि we started trying to find the problem that is there with people not filling the survey forms, right? The first biggest reason is they don't get to notice it, right? Like हमें कुछ mail आता है, we generally ignore it, right? So
Yeah.
वो ignorance के वजह से काफी time response rate कम होता है. So
Hmm.
we knew it, right? Then we researched more into it कि why it is so, right? So we found out कि if a person is noticing an email that is like less than 1 hour before it's sent, right? अगर 1 घंटे में ही उसने वो email notice कर लिया, तो 22% प्रोबेबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है वो ईमेल खोलने की और क्लिक करने की. सो वी
Okay.
थॉट कि यार इंडिविजुअल यूजर के लेवल पे सर्वे शेड्यूल करेंगे कि जब बंदा मोस्ट प्रोबेबली एक्टिव हो अपने फोन पे, तभी उसको ईमेल या एसएमएस या व्हाट्सएप जाए, ताकि उसकी नोटिसिंग का जो टाइमलाइन है वो बढ़े और प्रोबेबिलिटी बढ़े हमारे
Yes. Yes.
रिस्पॉन्स रेट.
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
So that's how we thought to solve it. We built a tech which was based on voice, right? Calling people and understanding if they are available or not. And then like we tested it with like few startups in Bangalore.
Hmm.
And then like we after the testing and after getting the results was good. But the problem when we talked to people and started thinking ki how to now make revenue out of it, we found out that the tech is not scalable. Like people are not going to adopt it at large scales,
Okay, that's
right?
perfectly fine. Basically, so my question was basically means
Hmm.
such kind of activity do really help, right? So this is what we
Correct,
wanted to
correct,
understand. So
correct, correct.
going basically, you had practical experience that is very much kind of say I would say helpful for the guys to even
Correct.
trying it out.
Yeah. So since like I have been taking interviews now for like being in company, I'm taking interviews for different roles. One thing that I think is missing in most of the interviewers is they don't have a story to tell, right? So they
Hmm.
like, and I think these kind of activities give you stories that you can tell
Yes.
to people, right? So I think stories help a lot to connect in the interview and to express yourself, like express your personality to the person who is taking your interview.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you very much, Akshat. I think it was very much insightful. I think your I think experience would be really helpful for the guys who are working or going to say maybe in your product management role or product analyst like you did. And your story become very exceptional that you are still yet to be graduated and you are doing a job. So that's fabulous and congratulations on that. And thank you very much for your time. So we will record your put up this thing for the guys who are going for your similar career path. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much, Hemant. Thank you so much for this opportunity.